Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Guys, double tight.
Over. Set. Green, 39. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this first play will get them back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
To throw on 2nd down, Brooks. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Tight right.
Over.
We got 3.
Here's Brooks. Operating from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch you now, Barney. Here we go now.
Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins.
Let's go.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Brooks to throw on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Check 82. Watch 82.
Brooks now off the play fake. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Great, great. Ram, ram, ram. Here, sit.
Motion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Great 15. Great 15.
3 down.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Great.
Key to tight end. You got 3.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chargers getting set to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Brooks to throw from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
5 down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Barney. Now let's go.
From the gun, Brooks finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Over! Now let's go! 319! 319!
Here's Brooks. From the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Wentz now on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
120!
51, Mike, 51.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lion! Shit!
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Watch him now, Barney!
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check the back.
Gun!
Brooks throwing on first down. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Dances by him. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Ram.
Watch the pass.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Let's get this. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Two tides. Odd. 5 down.
Over. Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Over. All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Barney. Now let's go. Green.
Brooks now operating from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Feels right. Record.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Strong right.
Now let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shifts by him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, baby, I see you.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Brooks to throw. To throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Out.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
82's moving.
Operating from the gun, Brooks. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing now is Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Leopard!
3 down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Safety's creeping.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here.
Motion.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Give me the bell.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
For Tokyo.
It's our field.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Looking to throw. Brooks. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Brooks. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Hey, guys.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice hit, boy.
Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Tight end right.
Great. Ron.
Down, 3 down.
Hey, 57.
SOS.
Here, shit.
SOS.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check, Mike.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
Double.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now Wentz, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Kill, turn up. Big edge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Brooks, off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go. 82, 82.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
On second down, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Sunday. Hey, stash. 180.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Over!
Choose the mic. Check 50, choose the mic.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Brooks now operating from the gun.
They're coming. They're coming.
And that is incomplete.
Hot.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Let's go. Great.
Three.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
My.
Still shedding, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Too tight. Shorty.
Three down.
Wentz now to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there for L.A. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type